You seem to be party leader of this ADC. What is wrong with the party at the moment?
The party is intact, not the family party. But there's something wrong with INEC and the APC.
Can you share with us?
Because the biggest scandal I have seen as far as political party management is concerned, I have been in political party management for more than 20-something years. I've not seen any INEC that could just take law onto their hands and scandalize the entire system. What INEC does is to work with party leaders to ensure that parties are healthy, and when they refuse to be healthy, they can fall aside if they don't get elected. But for INEC leadership to decide to truncate the law to please the party in power is both irresponsible. And for a son, for that matter, it's a disgrace. It's a major disgrace to the legal profession because it's a son. It's a major disgrace. He should know the law and so on. I think that the INEC chairman need to be the road. The son he was bestowed on should be removed from him.
So let us take it back a little.
Yes.
Did Nafiu Bala resign from ADC?
We have all the forensics. He resigned from ADC and he resigned as Deputy National Chairman. I have the letter, INEC has the letter. And INEC watched the entire processes. We held more than 8 meetings. Bala was involved in all the meetings. And what beats my imagination was that Bala was one of those who went around the north to market ADC to the people, saying if we are going to build a coalition, that the north should embrace ADC. So for him to be doing, there must have been something for him to be involved in what is involved in now.
I wanted to ask, what
and
do you have motivated you?
What it is that we know that there's some billions of naira there for anti-coalition fight. This government don't want to face any election. They want a coronation. So I know what I went through before we were able to midwife this coalition. They followed me to everywhere. And so on. But eventually we were able to do it. And they decided to start following some people they think they can draw and to make for them to make use of. I know some of these guys. Most of them now they live in they live in some of the biggest hotels in the country. At times they fly private jet, and I can tell you the place where they go to. They fly private jet to Lagos. They fly private jet to Owerri. I know the governors who are funding them, and I know the offices in Amupitan here that are also funding them. So we know all of these things.
So now what's the way forward?
The way forward is that ADC is moving forward. All our processes, we are going to continue it and finish it. Nobody can stop it. If they stop it, they beat us.
But if INEC fails to be part of your Congress, don't you see that there will be problem ahead?
We have already informed INEC that we are having a Congress. We send them a letter and they stamped it. And so on. Whether they come or they don't come, we are on the right. INEC know that they are wrong. So it's now left to them to play whatever game they want to play.
Thank you so much for your time.
You know, when you're right, you're on the high moral ground. And so we're on the right.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
That INEC has issued a statement. But INEC does not communicate with political parties through social media or statements. So we are yet to receive any official communication from INEC about whatever is purported to have been sent out there. But we understood that they were trying to interpret the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which said parties should return to status quo ante bellum. And in law, that means parties should go back to the position they were before coming to court. Now, before Nafiu Bala approached the court on the 2nd of September, what was the status? The status was that David Mark-led National Exco was in charge of the leadership of ADC as approved by the National Executive Council in July 2025. That was the status. So if the Court of Appeal has asked INEC to go back to status quo ante bellum, I expected Professor George Amupitan, a renowned scholar of law and a senior advocate, to have known the meaning of status quo ante bellum. But sadly, he has interpreted the decision of the Court of Appeal to mean that the Court of Appeal has ordered INEC to go and create anarchy in ADC, because the purported letter said INEC is not going to relate or monitor the congresses to be organized by the David National Working Committee, and it will have no business with the faction. Meaning that Amupitan is telling Nigerians that the Court of Appeal has ordered him to go and create confusion in ADC so that they can kill themselves. Now the question is that, can a court of law create confusion and anarchy? The answer is no. So why would a renowned professor of law and a law teacher like George Amupitan behave like this? We understood the role dollars is playing in Nigerian democracy. And this has been replicated by the conduct of the National Assembly. Because each time they see their grandfather, Oluwade, coming into the hollow chambers, they start singing, "On your dollar we shall stand, on your dollar we shall stand, on your dollar, Tinubu, on your dollar." So, INEC now is singing, "On your dollar we shall stand."
That's not an allegation.
How does it look like an allegation? How can you explain why a law professor who taught me status quo ante bellum when I was a law student, and he told me that it meant status, go back to the status you were before coming to court, and he has interpreted it differently, what would have changed his brain? I didn't see him wearing Tinubu's cap with handcuff. I would have thought his brains has evaporated like others. So since I didn't see that, I will be left just like he has interpreted the court judgment, to interpret his conduct to mean that this on your dollar we shall stand had infected INEC.
What will be the next solution now? Next step?
The next step for ADC is to continue with their congresses and to tell George Amupitan that he has lost his knowledge as a lawyer and interpret the law accordingly, because we are law-abiding citizens. Amupitan has asked us to go and kill ourselves. But we are saying that no, we will obey the court order. Status quo ante bellum means David Ma go and conduct your congresses, which he is going to do. We will conduct our congresses. When INEC would have recovered from their confusion, they will meet us, but we cannot be delayed.
In less than 6 months that he assumed office, one of your party members was calling for his sack. Are you eating that soup?
Under democracy, people are afraid to express their opinion. Even as I'm addressing you now, I would not be surprised that a Nigerian will say I should be sacked from here. So asking that people should be sacked is a democratic right and it should be recognized.
Thank you so much.